Hey guys, it's me. It's Jess. I'm back. Feeling really motivated about this stuff. If you see smoke, I'm like saging a bit right now. So I don't know if you guys sage, but I got some going. And I was thinking I was going to talk about. I think I kind of left off at the last video at the. I had just gotten diagnosed with the bipolar, and I think I was like 20 years old. And yeah, so basically I got diagnosed with the bipolar, and then a year later my borderline came out more. And I believe it's kind of just part of us. It's in our subconscious. It's just the inability to just not be able to cope with how fast things are happening in our mind, and our awareness is coming. So we basically just can't cope with what's going on in our head. So, trying to get in what I'm gonna say. I have a crystal here too. Actually, I have a intuition. So basically, what happened was, as my subconscious, as I became aware of my subconscious, I consciously became aware of my subconscious, if that makes any sense to you guys. And when I came aware of it consciously, I just wasn't able to cope with the things that were happening in my head. So, I started unhealthy coping skills, and I didn't have skills. I didn't have my higher power. I didn't have my skills. I didn't have the people around me I needed. I didn't have the unconditional love. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the support. And I didn't have the awareness inside me to understand that I needed to become willing to start working on some things and do a lot of hard work. So this went on throughout my 20s. I went back to school, but I wasn't able to complete really any more school after I had been diagnosed with my bipolar. And I honestly, I really just thought that's what my life was going to be. That's what it was going to be. I was just going to live with my parents. I just didn't believe that I was going to have much of a life beyond this bipolar label they had put me in, and that this was life, and this was my life now, and I'm just adjusting and I'm accepting, which is really, really good to do. But I got too comfortable, and over the years I just kind of sat there, and I didn't really do much. But the thing is, I wasn't able to do much because I had no coping skills. Because I had no coping skills, the littlest thing would set me into a bipolar episode. So the littlest stress could send me into an episode, and I'd be switching meds, and I'd be changing all these meds, and I'd be in the hospital, and it was the same thing happening over and over. And then when I got out of the hospital, I'd drink, and then you put drinking in with that too, and it's not good either. If you guys aren't aware, I am a recovered alcoholic. I say recovered because I feel like it's in my past and it's not really an issue at all anymore. I have the occasional thought, but I can completely understand where the thought comes from, and I can let it go and understand that that's not even reasonable in my life right now, and that every single thing that I have come to build in my life would fall apart, including myself, and it wouldn't be very self-loving to do that to myself. It would sabotage everything in my life. Anyways, so that's kind of the way I look at it now. But yeah, I just kind of just went on for a while in a lot of hospitals, and I lived on my own for a bit. And then as things progressed, I seemed to be more seeking out, even subconsciously seeking out, definitely subconsciously at that point, attention from men, attention from people, any attention I could get. Sexually, I would just go and get attention if I could, because I was trying to survive. I was in survival mode. I believe when we get in these states and we have these issues, we're in survival mode, and we're just trying to survive. We're just trying to get by. We're just trying to get our needs met. No, it was not healthy, and then it was not good. I did have a trauma around that time. I don't feel comfortable getting into it. It's not safe for me to, so, but I had that, and I was affected by that, and that started coming. That was kind of suppressed for a while. A lot of things were suppressed in me. They always kind of have been, and then that kind of came out for a while, and I was kind of in this mess, and I was like, dating people who really, they would get all their needs met and everything they needed, and all the joy, and then as soon as I would need something emotionally, they were gone. So that was kind of my experience in serious relationships. So there's a pattern over my life where I've learned from. I happened to meet, I don't even know how to put words. I happened to meet someone who I'm still with now, and he is amazing, and he's just amazing. I can't even explain it. It's just he's taught me so much. We've been through so much. So he's been with me when I'm living in the past, when I'm reliving traumas, when I'm destructive, when I'm sabotaging, when I'm hurting myself, when I've overdosed. He's been there. I pushed him away so many times, and he's still there. So he's amazing. And sometimes I wonder, well, why would I deserve such a good thing? And I try to accept that I can accept that. It's okay, because I have fear, right? And I was like, it's okay, I can have that. I can have that. I deserve it. I deserve to be loved. So yeah, I met him, and after about 6 months, a year, I got sick with my bipolar, and hospitals and ECT and all this kind of stuff, and this stuff that it matters, but it doesn't matter. It's more the way I look at it now is that maybe if I wasn't really working on any coping skills at all. I didn't really have any, and I bottomed out as an alcoholic. I put myself in a situation where I could have really, really gotten hurt emotionally, sexually, and physically, and I ended up going to the hospital in an ambulance, and I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I was worrying my sister and people, and I was worrying Steve, and I was bringing Steve down with me, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. I was fed up. I was fed up because when I was drinking, I was trying to fill all these needs. I was trying to fit in. I was trying to find my place. I was trying to get I was trying to be important. I was trying to be seen. I was trying to I was trying to make friends. I had lost my best friend previously. She had passed away, and I was trying to make friends, and I just it just wasn't happening, and it just wasn't worth it. And I just decided to surrender to alcohol and give it over and not have it anymore. Like, there's this thing where, like, basically I become sick and tired of being sick and tired, or I just sick and tired of something. I was out at the restaurant the other day out with my friend, and we had dinner and stuff, and I was tired. I was so sick and tired. I was thinking, I gotta go home to this mess, and like I was like, whatever. Like, and I just get up and I just do it, because like sometimes that's just what happens in life. We just get so sick and tired of things, and sometimes we do it for other people, but when we get sick and tired of things deep down inside and we're really willing to change something, you make it happen. You make it happen. You start becoming willing to make something happen. So, yeah, that was kind of like, and that's kind of where it started. That's where like I really, it started up to my drinking, and I went and became part of a fellowship, and that was kind of where things really started to blow up in a painful, beautiful way. We can have pain and beauty at the same time, and I think we forget that sometimes pain and beauty comes at the same time, and like we can have that. We separate so many things in our heads, and like, so wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, so that's kind of where I got to, and then I like had joined in like in a fellowship and did the steps, and that's kind of more so what's next. But first, I think I might do a video just on the what is borderline to me, how does it work in me kind of thing. So I'm gonna let you go for this. Got plenty more coming. I got my sage going. I don't know if you guys sage and crystals. These are some things that I use to just help me feel more comfortable and stuff like that. But let's see, I got the sage here going. So anyways, guys, I hope that was helpful. I'm just trying to be as real as I can and really just whatever I can. So yeah, keep safe, guys. Reach out if you need help, okay?